You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
We're now joined with Lyn Newton. She's going to be talking all about the Milton Creek Country Park, and also she's going to be talking all about Art in the Park, which is this coming Saturday as well. Lyn, it's always good to have you here at the Monday Night Community Show. Thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure, Daniel, to be back here again and to be able to talk about some of our work.
I was wondering, perhaps, if you could tell us or talk to us about how Milton Creek Park come into being.
Well, it's been a £2.2 million investment, principally using central government monies and Kent County Council monies. And what we've done is developed a landmark environmental project right in the heart of Sittingbourne and alongside Milton Creek. And we've created this wonderful new green space, Milton Creek Country Park. And the project was completed now in March 2010. And I'm pleased to say it was completed on time and within budget.
So could you give us a short history of the park?
Well, the history actually isn't that short. The journey began at a time that predates myself, something like 25 years ago, when the community started to talk about this former landfill site and how it could be put into better public use. And it really has been a journey or a voyage of discovery. As I say, it's been quite complex and difficult because of the land itself, and it was one of 5 major projects in North Kent, and this one, Milton Creek Country Park, was widely acknowledged to be the most challenging, both from a structural point of view and from an environmental perspective, because, as I said, we're working with a former landfill site, and there were many constraints placed upon our thinking, as well as our visioning and our ambition, not least of all by the amount of money we had. 2.2 million sounds a lot of money, but actually when you have 52 hectares of former landfill site and generally sort of rough around the edges landscape, it soon goes.
Lyn, what are the main aspects of landscape of the Milton Creek Country Park?
Well, I think realistically, Dan, Milton Creek Country Park is very much at the start of what we know will be a very exciting but realistically a very long-term project involving a range of partners and local communities. And we're particularly excited because we're sharing this journey with local volunteers who have a passion for their community and have come together to form Milton Creek Trust, and who are also committed to developing a Friends of Milton Creek. But I think in terms of the site itself, it's very varied in its landscape, the flora, the fauna and the birds. I mean, some of the birds that we've already noted down at the creek side are the redwing, the fieldfare, lapwing, the avocets and the spotted redshank. And of course there's this phenomenal history and heritage attached to the site. And of course you can imagine it presents both opportunity and challenge in terms of what we can collectively do and what we can't do. Having said that, it is a green corridor of water, reeds, open spaces and pathways, both for walking and for cycling, and we're keen to maximise the promotion of the site for very varied recreation. And let's not forget too that the country park links the town to the wider Swale estuary and the marshes, and that in itself offers leisure and recreation and health benefits along the way. And of course seasonally it's a landscape that changes in character as it opens up towards the estuary. So as I've said, we're very much at the start of this exciting journey, and we just have to sort of sit back and see where this journey takes us.
So Lyn, what are the challenges that the country park currently face at the moment?
Well, I think it would be fair to say that some of the softer challenges, if you like, are having to develop some very strong local partnerships to ensure that the country park has a sustainable long-term future, and partnerships with organisations like Kent Wildlife Trust, RSPB, the Prince's Trust, Skillnet, including the Pulse Cafe, Amicus Horizons, the Swale Arts Forum, the police, and in particular making sure that we build very strong relationships with our local PCSO too. And the reason that these partnerships are so critical to the long-term well-being of the park is that we continue to face many social challenges that we had during the project build itself. Things like vandalism, antisocial behaviour, fly tipping, littering and dog fouling. They're all as prevalent today as they were when we started on this journey in 2007-8 to actually begin that journey of building the park.
Lyn, does the park have a park ranger?
Well, it does. I've talked about the challenges that the country park faces, and one of those challenges is continually trying to raise the profile of the country park, getting people to value, use, but most of all respect the park. And the role of the park ranger is critical in that work. For example, no other green space in Swale has that level of investment or attention through a particular appointment like a park ranger. And this is a reflection of the importance and value that the council and its partners in particular place on Milton Creek Country Park as a green asset. Maintaining this commitment by having a park ranger as we move forward will be an increasing pressure on the public purse as our budgets continue to come under the spotlight. But I think the role of the park ranger has been twofold to date, and we've talked about some of those more difficult subjects like enforcement and dealing with those particularly difficult community antisocial practices. But the second part of the ranger's work is all around community action, and we're now in a second very full year of a volunteer programme of works that is open to all, and by that I mean from young people straight through to active retired people. Things like tree planting, study days and wildlife walks. We've had a big butterfly count, litter picks, mulching and dead hedging. And you know what we'd say to anybody is you don't have to be an expert in any of these fields, but if you would like to come along, get involved, get active, then we'd be pleased to hear from you.
So Lyn, is there a comprehensive diary of events for the Milton Creek Country Park?
Yes, as I say, there is a volunteer programme that's regularly updated, and details can be found at facebook.com/Friends of Milton Creek, or you can take a look at the dedicated Milton Creek website, www.miltoncreek.co.uk, or follow us on twitter.com/Milton Creek, and you will see numerous opportunities of how you can get involved with our volunteer programme, but also to experience some of those special events that we organise periodically throughout the year, both for volunteers but also to engage our communities that live alongside Milton Creek Country Park, so they can actually understand the size and the scale of the country park and all that it has to offer.
And I know you wanted to cover a few more events.
Well, I just wanted to thank your listeners actually for giving me the opportunity to talk about the North Kent Walking Festival when I came here last time a few weeks ago. Actually, the festival was at the end of May, and just to say how successful that was, and Milton Creek was a feature of the North Kent Walking Festival. But some other things that listeners may be interested in, we're hosting a further bike workshop in conjunction with Skyride. That's a partnership with British Cycling, on Saturday the 10th of August at Milton Creek. And this is an opportunity for people who haven't cycled for a long time to maybe come and try cycling in a safe environment such as Milton Creek. It's an easy way to get back on your bike, both with family and friends, and to try a new route. And the cycle ride will be led by cycle leaders, and it will be in a very relaxed, traffic-free environment. So that's Saturday the 10th of August. The bike workshop will be in the morning from 10 a.m. onwards, and the cycle will start at 2 p.m. in the country Country Park. So that's one to watch, and further details on the website as well. Also, we'll be running summer holiday schemes throughout July and August at Milton Creek Country Park, mornings and afternoons, and there may be opportunities there for young people to get involved throughout the summer holidays. But the main focus of this evening is to talk about Art in the Park, and we're really pleased to be building on the success of Artist in the Wood that has run for a number of years at Faversham, and we've created our own event, Art in the Park, at Milton Creek Country Park, running this Saturday from 10 till 4, and it's a collaboration between Milton Creek Trust, the Friends of Milton Creek, and the Swale Arts Forum. And as of today, I'm particularly pleased to say that we've had confirmation of over 22 artisan market traders, farmers market traders, who will be on the green within Milton Creek, in addition to a number of local artists who will be exhibiting and performing. Some 14 local artists will also be on site. There'll also be opportunity to hold a variety of reptiles, insects, spiders, birds and amphibians, as well as small mammals, using local creepy crawls. And there will be, for those of you who haven't yet had a taste of geocaching, a demonstration of this high-tech treasure hunt across Milton Creek, plus many other things throughout the course of the day.
Lyn, are you looking for people to get involved with the country park beyond the immediate park users?
Yes, absolutely. At the moment, we have a very small but dedicated group of local residents who have a passion for volunteering and getting things done and being quite challenging to the local authority, which is good. What we'd like to do is see that dedicated group grow and become something much bigger in terms of the work that they can do alongside our park ranger. The trust has actually only been constituted as a small group since 2011, but they do have a very clear idea and a vision about their priorities for Milton Creek Country Park. And as well as that, we are trying to develop the Friends of Milton Creek, who are another band of volunteers who are more dedicated, if you like, and want to get involved in some of the actual work that I've talked about this evening, such as the volunteer programme. So if you have a mind for figures, for business planning, there's plenty of opportunity to get involved direct with the trust. But if you want to have a more practical focus, then there are the Friends of Milton Creek. And as I say, both work tirelessly alongside the park ranger to develop the landscape and to enhance the biodiversity through our planned maintenance work, as well as working with some of those local partners that I spoke about earlier. And some of our trustees have also trained as health walk coordinators, and on Saturday at Art in the Park there will be an opportunity for people who haven't seen anything of the country park to learn more about that by undertaking a guided walk with one of our health walk leaders throughout the day. I think if any of the trustees were here this evening with me, they would say that they would encourage you very much not to sit on the sidelines, but to use the talents that you have and to get involved with Milton Creek Country Park, no matter how big or small, the amount of time you can offer. There will be opportunities for you to be part of this very exciting project.
And Lyn, before you go, are there any useful contact details you'd like to go over? And it'd be good if you could refresh our listeners, of course, all about Art in the Park as well.
Yes, of course. Well, Art in the Park, as I said earlier, is a new event for Milton Creek Country Park. It's working to a very well tried and tested formula that has been going for a number of years at Orr Gunpowder Works Country Park. But we're pleased that we're actually being able to have Art in the Park at Milton Creek. So from 10 till 4 this Saturday, there will be an opportunity to come along and experience our artisans market on on the village green that we're setting up. Over 22 local food producers will be on hand for you to sample and to purchase. There's also the local fishing club too that will be offering castings and an opportunity to find out more about how to get involved in that local fishing club. We have Angelic Feast serving locally sourced organic foods and drinks, and the play area will be brought to life by local artist Dean Tweedy from Marvellous Murals, who's going to be painting a giant bee mural on the play area wall, and I'm sure that there'll be a great need to have a lot of help and support from the community there. From the information area in Milton Creek Country Park, we'll be running our guided walks at 11 and 1 o'clock. Holy Trinity Parish Hall, alongside Milton Creek Country Park, will be opening for light refreshments too. In the car parking area, we have the Dogs Trust. They'll be offering free dog microchipping, and they will have their dog mobile display unit on hand. Creepy Claws too, as I said, with a variety of reptiles, insects, spiders for you to view and to hold. And the popular geocaching, now new at Milton Creek, there'll be an opportunity to have a demonstration and to get involved with that. And one of the partners that I haven't yet mentioned, but they're critical to the long-term viability of the park, is the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway. They will have one of their engines actually stationed at Burley Crossing, which is in the heart of Milton Creek Country Park. And whilst the trains won't be running, there will be an opportunity for people to see these fantastic engines and to find out more about when they can take a ride. And as I said, the big star attraction will be the members of the Swale Arts Forum, who will have local artists exhibiting and performing in the meadow area at Milton Creek Country Park. All these details can be found on the Milton Creek website, www.miltoncreek.co.uk, or facebook.com/Friends of Milton Creek, or follow us on twitter.com/Milton Creek. And we look forward to welcoming you on Saturday, 20th of July, Milton Creek Country Park from 10 till 4.
Lyn, it's been great to have you along with us this evening. Thank you very much for telling our listeners and updating them all about Milton Creek Country Park, and of course telling us all about art in the park as well.
You're welcome. Thank you.